It's really hard to change our habits all alone. So particularly for people who are in the LGBTQ community, love is love is love. And people of color, people who are immigrants, people who are Latino, like, you matter. You have value, you have a platform, you have dreams, you have goals, and they matter. So I want to work together to make sure they become a reality for all of us, right? But probably has no goals. And that's what we're here to talk about today. Smarter goals so you're not a scrub. S stands for specific. You can't just have a goal. It's like, I want to have positive energy. That's my goal. Like, that's great, but like, how are you going to get there? What is the plan? What is the technique? Right? So be as specific as you can. M stands for measurable. How are you going to track your progress? How are you going to like go step by step by step by step? And how are you going to know you're getting closer to your goals? Right? If positivity is the goal, then how do you know you're positive? How do you know you reach the goal? Is it ever ending? Right? So specific, measurable. A is actionable. S-M-A, actionable. Can you actually do it? Right? Is this within your scope? Can you take steps to get this done? Absolutely. For being positive, what can you do? You have a gratitude journal. Okay, every day I'm going to write 5 things that I'm grateful for. Okay, awesome. That is the beginnings of living a more positive life. Awesome, done. So we have specific, measurable, actionable. R stands for realistic. Realistic. Can you get this done within a specific time set, right? Short-term goals, I think, should be within like 3 months. And then long-term goals within like 5 years. After that, it gets just a little bit tough to work towards anything and to relive it every day unless you break it down into a bunch of smaller goals, right? So, is it realistic? If you have $0 in your bank account, it's not realistic to say that in 3 months you're going to have $1 billion. Like, that's just not super realistic. Obviously, I guess people have done it, and you have to spend 100% of your time and have a lot of good mentors, and you're gonna have to invest in a lot of different ways, but that's probably not the most realistic goal you can have. That being said, having that goal is gonna get you a lot closer to it rather than having, I'm gonna have $10,000. You might achieve the $10,000, but if you say I'm gonna achieve $1 billion, you might have 20, 30,000, okay? So don't get me wrong, I believe in manifestations, I believe in mantras, I believe in positive thinking, I believe in all of those things. But I think the universe and God and Allah and Buddha and whatever it is you believe in give us the resources to make our realities, to make our dreams a reality, right? To allow us to fulfill our purpose. And we can't just dismiss that, you know? I think it's super important just to remember that like wishful thinking isn't gonna get us really anywhere, you know? So we can just sit on the couch all day and say, I'm gonna be a millionaire, I'm gonna be a billionaire, I'm gonna be a millionaire, and it's gonna happen. We have to take actionable steps. And we've been gifted with gifts, with talent, you know, to achieve them. And I think one of my talents is creating templates. Sounds silly, but like, I love creating templates. Oh, I'm out of breath. I love creating templates. I love creating tools that people can use to make their lives better. Right, so okay, so where are we? Specific, measurable, actionable, or attainable, realistic, and timely. Yes, this is a 3-month goal, but how can we break it down even farther? How can we have that action plan to make sure that we achieve it, right? That's a really big and powerful question to answer. I also like to have two additional ones. Smarter. E, I like enjoyable. Because if this goal is not bringing you any joy, it shouldn't be a goal, right? So either find something from that goal that you can enjoy the process, because it's really not just about the end. And so many people are going to tell you that like they tried so hard to get somewhere, and when they got it, they thought they were going to be happy because of everything they sacrificed and everything they let go of. But that wasn't the case. Like, it didn't make them any happier to sacrifice all those things. Like, it's so important to enjoy the journey. It's so important to enjoy the journey and to enjoy like these steps. The last one is going to be resources. So for resources, it's like, okay, what tools can I use? What leaders do I know, or on YouTube or on social media or online, that can help me? And there are so many free webinars that you can start out with. You can start cultivating this relationship with experts easier than ever before, right? I think just remembering that it can be so powerful. Just remember that it can be so powerful in your journey to achieving your goals. Like, personally, like, I have a goal of completing 100 videos before 2021, and not just any videos. I want them to be impactful, I want them to be valuable, and I want them to be able to help other people. Right? 2021 is just around the corner, but I need to have specific, measurable, actionable, or attainable, realistic, timely goals that I enjoy and that I can find resources to do. And listen, there are so many people doing what I'm doing, and I find that so awesome, because one, it means that there's a need for it. And I think, and honestly, the more people that get coaches, the more people that get involved in communities to get better, the better our world's gonna be. Like, the more filled with positivity is gonna be. So if you want to be a coach, do it. You know, like, you have your experiences, you're an expert in something, you know. And if you're not an expert yet, take some classes, you know, learn from the internet, just start doing it. Offer your services for free, or like pay at your will, or not, you know. Do whatever it is that you want to do, but do something that fulfills you. Like, when you wake up in the morning, you're like, yes, I did it, I'm happy, I am waking up, and I get to fulfill my purpose. Like, I don't need to do anything, but I get to do it. And if that path, if using your gifts helps you become financially free, emotionally free, mentally free, physically free, you know, that's awesome. So use it. So it's like, we can spend 50, 60 hours a week on a job, and they'll find a replacement a week later, and they'll kind of forget about you. And that's not saying that it's a bad thing, but like, companies are putting themselves first, you know. So it's like, you need to put yourself first. You need to think of yourself as a brand. You need to think of yourself as an entrepreneur. You need to think of yourself as someone with a platform, you know. So I have several resources that you can use, right down there in the description. You know, my name is Juan Tamayo. I'm doing these 21 days with people as part of a little community. If you want to join that, you know, join other people who are ferociously and courageously tackling their goals. We also have so many resources that you can use if you're doing it by yourself. And, you know, and the whole point of this is just to be better humans. but sometimes it's really hard to change our habits all alone. So particularly for people who are in the LGBTQ community, love is love is love, and people of color, people who are immigrants, people who are Latino, like, you matter, you have value, you have a platform, you have dreams, you have goals, and they matter. So I want to work together to make sure they come a reality for all of us, right? So follow along, subscribe, and comment, and check out all these other videos I have on the side are relating to the same thing. And that is becoming a better version of yourself.